Hey friends, how are we? Adam here from the Freight. I wanted to come to you with something a little different today. I recently purchased a Stack Audio Serene record stabilizer. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a brief review here. It's not something I typically do or sort of have any huge interest in doing equipment reviews. That's not necessarily what I'm totally interested in. But when I come across something that is really special, I want to share that with you guys. And I really, truly feel like this is something that's very special. Um, Before I get into it, welcome if this is your first time. Welcome if it's not your first time. Happy to have you back. Please like and subscribe. Give me the thumbs up. Drop a comment. Let's talk about this. I think there's a good amount to talk about with this, and it's really, really interesting. Okay, here's what I want to start with. I have been upgrading the past. It's a never-ending journey from when you start to whatever. So I found these. I've been seeing some videos about Stack Audio and their products on YouTube, specifically related to isolation feet, both for turntables, speakers, and they also have this what's called Serene record stabilizer. So I purchased one with my own money. This is not a paid video in any way. This is just my own opinion, my own experience that I want to share with you as someone who just a consumer who bought it. It's a significant purchase in my opinion. It was over $200 um, for a record stabilizer, or whatever you want to call it. It's um, not a small purchase for something like that in my to me. Um, However, I saw reviews, I did my own research, and it was something that I was looking to improve on. Vibrations are an issue in my system. I have There's some things I'm forced to do in my system because of my space and the setup. Um, Basically, I have two smaller REL TS5 subwoofers that I run with my Boston Acoustic speakers. Um, and I do at times when I turn up. Sometimes if my family's out and I'm at home and I'm listening loud, I'll crank it. I'm not afraid to do that from time to time. And there are times when I do that where I get a little bit of resonance in the low end, a little bit of that I know isn't doesn't have to be there, and there's ways to prevent it. I've taken steps to reduce it, and it has gotten better. But I saw this, and it kind of was like this might be a piece of the puzzle, and long story short, it absolutely was a piece to the puzzle and more. So let me again just say this is how it reacted in my system with what I have in your system. Obviously I can't speak to anyone else's stuff or opinion but mine. But the way it affected my system, I felt the need to really share it with you all. And because I do think it made that big of a difference. So let me show you the box. This is the box that it comes in, Stack Audio. They're a company out of the UK. They're two younger guys that are into the science of it and the physics of reducing vibrations in stereo systems. And if you go on their website and you look at some interviews of them that are out there on YouTube, it's I don't know. I found them very compelling, and the more I learned about them and the products, the more I trusted that I should give the product a try and make the splurge and spend the $200. So to give you some reference, before this I had a record clamp, a record doctor record clamp. I want to say it was about $35, $40. I bought it years ago. It's just a clamp that you put on, screws down, works pretty good, my estimation. I never put much thought into it, to be honest. So but with the vibrations that I was hearing, again, I thought, there was obviously some room for improvement when the volume goes up. So let's show you. Here's the box, Stack Audio. This is the Serene record stabilizer. See that? You guys can see what that says there. Okay. Removing the vibrations, revealing the music. Comes in this really nice, foldable magnetic case here. And here it is, this little thing. And it weighs not very much. It's very light. This construction is like nothing I've ever seen before with a record stabilizer. It's like sort of solid on the top and the sides. I don't know if it's aluminum or whatever it is. I'm not really sure, but it's hollow. See if you can hear this. I'll actually hold it up to the microphone. Hear that? Pretty hollow, right? On this side, on the bottom, it's like this, I don't know, what would you call it? Like it's like supple, like you can push it in. It's got the metal thing for the spindle, and it has give on the bottom to kind of like, grab itself to the record a little bit. So when you hold this in your hand and you think about before I dropped it on the record, I'm like, how could this possibly? Because it doesn't weigh a lot. You can hear it in here. There's little things in here. That's what like the technology is. It's this like proprietary technology that dissipates the energy, whatever, does all this science stuff. And there's a term for you. It's called science stuff. And all that's awesome science stuff takes out the vibrations, does what it does. Basically, it's magic because science is magic. So there you go. And that's what happens. Basically, this is magic. And so when you drop it on, you think about like, how could this like soft thing mixed with this sort of hard, rigid edge and top, what's that going to do? And how's it going to like, it weighs nothing. Like, how's it going to make a difference? So what's amazing is you put this on, you drop it on the weight on the record, and it like, you see it like first it goes on, and then all of a sudden it just like drops solidly on the record, and it's like firmly pushing down, making the contact with the record. And I did several tests. What I did was I picked a record that has a ton of like that I remember having some resonance when I turned it up. So what did I choose? I chose Van Halen 1984. Obviously that record comes in with that huge synth sound, the synth intro that's like whoa, like rises up from the bottom and fills the whole room. It's wild. By the way, if you haven't turned that particular record up, you got to do it. But anyway, so I did that. I did it 3 different ways. I did it just with the record, no stabilizer. I did it with the record doctor, the clamp that I had, turn that down, and then I did it with the stack audio. Okay, so and I cranked it. I gave it a lot of volume, and so to the point where I would hear some resonance, and without it, sure thing, up that loud. Again, we're talking serious volume here. I would guess approaching 90, I would say dB. I didn't measure it or anything. I'm just guessing, but maybe even over. I don't always obviously listen at that level, but I wanted to really push it and test it. So, okay. Without the record stabilizer, I hear it. It's not awful, but it's there when you look for it, and it was absolutely there. So then, put on the record doctor. It's better, and it probably would give me a little more room to go up even a little bit more. Okay, great. Then I put this on. Not only did the low end woof or whatever resonance disappear, but everything got better. The low end, the mid-range, the highs, everything got better. Everything got tighter. Everything got more in place. Everything got cleaner. I'm not going to give you a percentage. I don't know. I'd be guessing at a percentage. Am I going to say that it was 50% better? No, it was not 50% better. That's crazy. But was it like 10%? It might have been from no record thing, from no record clamp at all. Yeah, I would say easily 10%. Probably more than 10% from that. But whatever. That's like sort of just a subjective guess. My point is, everything got better. And if you're into sound quality and you're into exploring ways to make your sound quality better, in the grand scheme of things, other than like updating, your turntable, your cartridge, you're talking hundreds, thousands of dollars, you know, well into the thousands of dollars if you're really talking about big upgrades. And so when you think about it, if upgrading is your aim, this could be a great place to start. And if vibrations are still something that are been an issue, this could be a good place for you to go, no matter where you are on your journey, because this is a good product. It's one that I absolutely would recommend. Again, I'm not in the business of recommending stuff. That's not me or what I do. But if I have something that I really enjoyed and noticed a difference with, I do want to share it with you. Again, this is not paid. They have no idea I'm doing this. I'm just saying it for you guys. If you're interested, I'm happy to talk to you guys about it in the comments. Um, so, yeah, Stack Audio, Serene, Record Stabilizer. It really did wonders for my system. Noticeable differences. Worth the $200? Absolutely. For me, it was worth the $200. Only you can determine if that's appropriate for you or not. I just want you to know that something like this exists for $200, and if you're into that kind of thing, I would say go for it. And if you have one, or if you're purchasing one, you're planning to, let me know about it. I'd love to hear about it and see if it makes a difference in your system and what you guys think. They also have, you'll see if you go on their website, Stack Audio, they have, I'll link to it in my description. They have other speaker isolation feet that are also supposed to be pretty special. I would love to get some speaker isolation feet for my subwoofers, actually, for the two subwoofers that I have. Um, it's just they're pricey. You know what I mean? But again, I hear the difference that makes. It's tempting. It's tempting, but I think it's something I'm going to save up for and maybe pull the trigger, because I do think I believe in this company, and I do think I believe in what they're doing. And yeah, so there you have it. The Serene Record Stabilizer gets a 2 thumbs up from me, and I definitely recommend it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will be back with another video very soon. All right. Peace.